It's our big story at 6. Exactly 2 weeks after a man is found dead in Waushara County, deputies make an arrest. 42-year-old Travis Peterson of Wautoma is in jail tonight in connection with the March 6th killing of 50-year-old Robert Kaysen at the Mount Morris Motel. NBC26's Brian Miller is live at 6 with the story.
Yeah, while police did make an arrest in this case, no charges have been filed, and we still don't know much about the motive or how the two men might have known each other. Police say Robert Kaysen died from blunt force trauma to the head and abdomen inside this Mount Morris hotel room. The hotel's owner says the suspect, Travis Peterson, lived next door to the victim.
Very quiet around here 95% of the time. You know, this is just a bad apple in the cart that happened to happen.
But I'm glad they caught him.
At the nearby Lodge Pub and Grill in Mount Morris, these employees say after seeing Peterson's photo,
he does look familiar.
This crime hits a little too close to home.
Knowing that it was somebody that you've interacted with, that you've seen around the area, it is a little shocking.
The death investigation has been putting some neighbors on edge.
And I'm glad they got him because everyone's been talking about it, and this way now we know that they have an arrest.
Meanwhile, the hotel's owner says they're cleaning the room and making some renovations to the hotel, hoping this incident won't give his business a bad name. Now, Peterson has not yet been charged with murder. He's being held at the Waushara County Jail. Brian Miller, NBC26.
A man accused of shooting his own brother-in-law on Christmas Eve 2011 has been found not guilty by reason of mental disease. Christopher Andreas was facing charges in connection with the shooting that paralyzed Christopher Garland. The incident happened in the town of Clayton near Oshkosh. A judge made the insanity ruling yesterday. He's scheduled to be sentenced on April 3rd. The man found dead outside Keith's Bellevue bar has now been identified as 62-year-old David Umentum. The Brown County Medical Examiner's Office says Umentum fell Monday night while trying to get into his car. He was unable to get up and died of hypothermia. Oshkosh police looking for 3 men who robbed a pizza delivery worker overnight. It happened just before 1 a.m. on the 900 block of Merritt Avenue. Police say 3 men went up to the victim. One person showed a handgun. They ran away with cash. No one was hurt. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Electrical issues may be to blame for this early morning fire in Brown County that has left 3 people without a home. The blaze broke out around 6 a.m. on Dickinson Road in Glenmore. Fire crews helped a man and his 2 dogs out of the burning home. 2 others were not home at the time. The cause remains under investigation. New at 6, today marks 1 year since a series of mysterious booms and shakes rocked Clintonville. A U.S. Geological Survey later showed it was actually a 1.5 magnitude earthquake, which put the small town in the national spotlight. NBC26's Heather Burke is live in the newsroom tonight with more.
Stacy, a year later, things are a little bit quieter in Clintonville. One woman tells me she was terrified when she woke up in the middle of the night to her home rattling. But that fear is now replaced with courage. It's the first day of spring, but Doris Cameron will take snow over an earthquake any day.
The first night was real scary because I thought it was something in my home. It sounded like almost like the fireworks, and you could feel a bit of shaking.
A year has passed since lives were shaken from down below in Clintonville, spreading fear of the unknown for days. City Administrator Lisa Cuss says last fall there were only a few reports of booms.
Our guess is that people are probably hearing just some normal noise outside that maybe sounds similar.
During the last year, the city has sold over 1,000 of these t-shirts that say, "I survived the 1.5.
It was a good experience for the community to show that we came together, that we handled something. Certainly people will tell you that anywhere they go for the last year that people will remember and say, is your town still booming?
A chilling reminder Cameron will never forget.
It was a once in a lifetime occurrence, I hope.
The city administrator doesn't expect Clintonville to get hit by another earthquake, but this experience has taught them that anything is possible. Live in the Green Bay newsroom, Heather Burke, NBC26.
Thank you, Heather. Time now for a check on the weather. Sure doesn't feel like the first day of spring. What is going on? Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland joins us with your first forecast. Where's spring?
It is nowhere to be found at this point in time, Stacy. It is missing. The normal low for today is 24. So far, the high temperature has been 21. Right now, we are looking at teens and 20s across the Badger State. About 20 to 25 degrees below normal for this time of year. We've had a lot of sunshine up to this point, but we've seen a few flurries north of Green Bay at times during the afternoon. That continues this evening, and as we work our way deeper into the evening, we can expect clouds to mix with some stars, and we will have that chance for a few flurries from time to time, especially north and east of Green Bay. Temperatures will be slowly falling through the teens. Stacy?
We'll get ready for some delays on Highway 41 in Brown County this weekend. All northbound lanes will be closed between Shawano Avenue and Velp starting Friday night. NBC26's Casey Hott is live at 6 with the details you need to know.
Yeah, the lanes will shut down at 8 o'clock on Friday evening and won't reopen until 5 o'clock Monday morning. The DOT says the reason for the closure is a sanitary sewer pipe that needs to be installed underneath the highway. Crews ran into an obstruction about 30 feet below the northbound lanes that needs to be removed in order to complete the project.
Probably the biggest impact is to the traffic that's going to be going through Green Bay. They're going to have a little inconvenience because it's going to be a few more miles and a little bit more time to travel around the marked detour.
Now, drivers are being asked to use the marked detours this weekend or to find alternate routes. Workers with the DOT say they appreciate drivers being patient as they work to fix this problem. Casey Hott, NBC26.
A new study reveals distracted driving is becoming a much bigger problem, and the U.S. is leading the way. According to the Centers for Disease Control, 387,000 people were hurt in car wrecks involving distracted drivers in 2011. More than 3,000 people were killed. The Wisconsin State Patrol says the numbers aren't surprising.
When I'm taking a look at approximately 70% of the public driving in a distracted manner, getting involved in crashes, when we're experiencing approximately 9 deaths a day, over 1,000 injuries a day, that's just not acceptable.
The State Patrol also says it's just as dangerous to talk on the phone while driving. The only safe driving, they say, is focused driving. And you can find the full distracted driving report from the CDC by going to our website, NBC26.com. Just click on links. Humana is adding 75 full-time jobs in the Green Bay area. The jobs will be added in customer care. Workers will be asked to help Humana customers with billing and enrollment questions. The company is looking for employees who can start in late April or early May. Now, if you'd like to work for the Green Bay Packers, here's your chance. Packers will be holding a job fair tomorrow for seasonal and game day employees. They're looking for workers to help in the guest services and security departments. The job fair runs from 2 to 6 p.m. tomorrow in the Lambeau Field atrium. Well, children at St. Vincent Hospital got a surprise visit this morning from some men in uniform. These Green Bay police officers stopped by to deliver teddy bears to kids being treated in the pediatric wing. Some of the bears were purchased by the officers, while others were donated by Build-A-Bear.
It's humbling to come here, you know, and to see the different side of life, and you know, it brings it back down to earth and puts a lot of things into perspective.
The teddy bear giveaway started 6 years ago, and officers say they plan to continue doing it for many years to come. The 21st annual Help for the Homeless Hygiene Drive was busy today, collecting and sorting donations in Appleton. The toiletries will be distributed to 52 shelters across the area. Personal goods are helpful to the shelters because it allows them to use their limited funding on overhead costs and food. Still ahead live at 6, a heartfelt thank you from Greg Jennings to Packers Nation as he gets ready to join the Vikings. Plus, the first day of spring is nowhere to be found around northeast Wisconsin today.
Lots of sunshine out there today and just a couple of flurries, and more of that is on the way. Your forecast is next.
Well, welcome back. Happy first day of spring. It's a joke.
I know. It's crazy to think that today is the first day of spring. High temperatures were only in the lower 20s this afternoon, and this morning we had sub-zero wind chills. Last year at this time, we welcomed spring with summer-like temperatures. Some people say that's just typical Wisconsin weather.
Coming from 80, 85 degrees, and you come to this cold, windy, at least it's not snowing.
We're just hoping for warmer weather and greener grass and better pastures to come along.
A year ago this time, we were playing golf outside, 70s, even an 80 in there.
People sound pretty positive, though. Temperatures are expected to get a little warmer starting tomorrow, getting back up into the 30s. All right. So it's still ahead on NBC26. The countdown to Brewers opening day is on, and preparations at Miller Park are in full swing. But first, Greg Jennings reaches out to Packers fans one last time before joining the rival Vikings. NBC26 is your official Packers station. Vikings receiver Greg Jennings is thanking Packers fans for 7 seasons in Green Bay. He submitted this full-page ad today in the Green Bay Press-Gazette called A Bittersweet Farewell. In the message, he writes, quote, "I want to thank each and every one of you for opening your arms and hearts to my family and me, and for making Green Bay an easy place to love and call home." Plans to rename Pearl Street in Green Bay after Donald Driver are a done deal. Last night, the Green Bay City Council gave final approval for Donald Driver Way, which will be right outside Titletown Brewing Company. There are also plans to change the famous statue outside the restaurant to bear Driver's name and his number. We're just under 2 weeks away now from Packers Hall of Famer Larry McCarron joining our sports staff. In the meantime, you can check out The Rock's latest blog on our website. Go to NBC26.com. You'll find it on the homepage. Larry will officially make his return to do sports at 5, 6, and 10 starting April 1st. New at 6 tonight, the first day of spring is also a reminder that opening day is just around the corner. Today, about 50 vehicles were brought in to remove snow from the Miller Park parking lots. Brewers opening day is only 11 days away. And snow also a challenge in Grand Chute. Check that out. Crews at Fox City Stadium getting ready for opening day. Despite the burdens of all that snow and cold weather, crews say renovations are right on schedule, and all of the snow on the field right now shouldn't be a problem.
I mean, we've had snowstorms on opening day and been able to play the next day before, or in past seasons. So we're going to try like heck to get everything ready for opening day.
Even if it doesn't feel like spring, the Rattlers are looking forward to opening day on April 8th. Up next in sports, March Madness officially tips off tomorrow. Marquette is ready to go. Rod Burks has a preview next. Tonight on NBC26 Live at 10, Green Bay Mayor Jim Schmidt delivers his State of the City address tonight. We'll break down the major points. Plus, student homelessness is a problem in the Green Bay School District. I'll show you how their classmates are helping through the Caring Closet in tonight's NBC26 Cares. And there may be snow on the ground, but warmer weather is around the corner. See how Outagamie County is getting you prepared for spring flooding, which could be an issue. We've seen so much snow this year.
Yeah, it could be an issue. Luckily, we've had a few, snow melts, which has kind of, kind of flushed out some of the snow. But it could still be an issue depending on how quickly we warm up and if we get a lot of heavy rain with that warm up. Obviously, that is something we can look forward to as we head into the next 2 or 3 weeks. Tomorrow, we can look forward to some warmer temperatures. Single digits to start out the day, lower 30s by the afternoon. Your forecast for the first official weekend of spring calls for cooler than normal conditions.
It still looks pretty good, though. After
35, wow.
No, it's a heat wave.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching NBC26 Live at 6. We'll see you again at 10. Good night.